The Friendly House is a safe haven. It's a respite. It certainly provides shelter from the cold streets, and I'm not just talking about the weather. The Friendly House represents that place that allows a child to be a child.
Friendly House probably touches more than 1,000 kids a year, easily. The after-school program is our largest program, and it provides a hot meal. For many of the kids, it may be their last hot meal they have that day. They collaborate with Girl Scouts, with Big Brother, Big Sister. They get to swim, they have movie nights.
Wood shop class, metal class, arts and crafts.
A big game room, the gym's usually open.
Meeting different people, participating in different philanthropic activities. So we were able to experience something that we probably never would have experienced were it not for the Friendly House.
90% of those kids know who Mr. Terry is, because Mr. Terry is the epitome of Friendly House. He grew up going there with his brothers and sisters. He's worked there since he was 14 or 15 years old. He is everything that Friendly House is about.
There's a term used in baseball called utility man or Mr. Utility. And that's a person who just does it all. And to us, in our lives, and for that matter, even in terms of the life of Friendly House, that was Terry.
If we don't have a bus driver, he drives the bus.
He was the swim instructor.
If the cook is homesick, he's in there cooking.
The manager of the Friendly House, if you will.
Teaching swimming lessons, lifeguarding.
The face of the Friendly House.
Ran the pool for years at Hidden Hollow. Moved on up, became program director, assistant director, and director of the camp.
What's out of the ordinary with Terry to me is, number one, he loves children. The second piece of that is his job is not a job, that's a passion with Terry, is working with the kids. And most importantly, the kids recognize that.
The home lives were different, meaning some of our parents were on drugs, some of our parents were incarcerated. The makeup of our families was different in terms of some of us were raised by grandparents, by aunts and uncles. He never passed judgment and just welcomed and talked to everyone as if they were valued, as if they were respected, and as if their lives were meaningful.
An example that happened several years ago, I had 3 contractors in there. We happened to be meeting at around 3:30, and I noticed a little girl, probably 6 years old, standing along the wall with her hands folded and a paper in her hand. And for some reason, I went over and said, "Honey, are you all right?" And she said, "Yes, I'm waiting on Mr. Terry." And I said, "He'll be out here in a second. I'll give him to you." When Terry came out, I said, "Terry, that little girl wants to say something to you or needs you." Terry, of course, went over, knowing everybody by their first name basis, got down on one knee and said hello to her. And she proceeded to say that, "Mr. Terry, I want you to have this. This is a picture that I drew today of you in school. Our assignment was to make a picture of somebody who's nice to you." And she said, "You're always nice to me, and not many other people are nice to me, and I want you to have it." She handed it to Terry, and then she reached out to give him a hug. I looked at the contractors, and the one looked at me with a big tear running down his cheek and said, "Dick, I believe I just saw and just heard a life lesson that I can use with my kids and will." And Terry wasn't even talking to me.
The kids all just adore him as he does the kids. He tries to be a steady force in their lives, a consistent person that they they see on a day-to-day basis.
For anyone who knows Terry, his humility wouldn't allow him to be viewed as a father figure, but again, the daily presence in our lives identified him as that father figure.
As a supervisor, it's how he supervised and how he led. It wasn't a give direction, oh, you didn't do this right. He would have us do something, but he taught us the work ethic, and he would show us how to do it and work with us as opposed to just direct us.
The most impressive thing is if you're getting your hands dirty, he's right there alongside of you in his off time when he can and is not tied up with other things. He'll be right there helping you. Our success, a lot of our success at Friendly House emanates from what Terry either does or directs.
The other programs that we have include a Golden Agers group that's the oldest senior citizens type group in the county. We have a child care for ages, I believe, 3 years old up till they're ready to go to kindergarten. Then we have Happy Hollow Day Camp, and then we have Hidden Hollow. Hidden Hollow serves about 180 kids for 5 weeks over the summer. Lots of the Friendly House kids who couldn't otherwise afford to go are offered a campership.
Terry does a fantastic job representing Friendly House in the community. I can attest to that because as I go around and meet with different contractors to ask them to do stuff, to ask them for bids and whatnot, the vast majority of them are aware that Terry Conard is the director of Friendly House. And a lot of them have been Friendly House kids.
The adults that work the after-school program, I would say almost all of them grew up under Terry's wing.
With everyone that was involved with Friendly House and Camp, that experience has advanced them either professionally or personally.
Terry, he saw me at my worst, some of the lowest points in my life and some of the highest points in my life. When I received my doctorate from Ohio University in 2009, we were considering places to hold my congratulatory dinner, if you will, and the first place that popped out of my mouth and out of my mother's mouth was a Friendly House, because it truly means so much to me.
I know that we at Friendly House are very thankful to have Terry, and in addition, most of all, I believe that many others in the community have benefited from Terry's efforts to make a difference, one kid at a time.
Terry, the board is so thrilled with what you've done with Friendly House and Friendly House's place in the community and the love that you show for all of the kids. You make all of them feel like they want to be Friendly House kids and they want to make you proud. And that makes all of us so proud. Keep up the good work. We're not ready for you to go anywhere.
It's been an honor to know Terry through the years, and I'm grateful for the friendship that we have.
Congratulations, Terry, on a well-deserved honor.
Thank you so much for being a part of our lives, for pouring into us, and for showing us that there was and is a different way than the means that were immediately available to us in our environment. You cared for us. You protected us. You truly showed us love. You taught us about life, and for that, I am eternally grateful.